What you or others might see as irrational behavior doesn't feel that way to me. I have more clarity and sounder judgment than I've ever had in my life. Sure, I have regret and a tremendous sense of loss, but I'm not crazy, I'm not psychotic, I'm certainly not suicidal, and believe it or not, I'm not delusional either. I understand very clearly that you've moved on. Even though I do things that might seem over the top, even though I will never let go of you, never give up on us, that doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. I'm still living, improving my life every moment of every day. I have goals, realistic, reachable goals. What I feel for you and the kids will never change. Nobody will ever take your place. I won't ever give that part of my heart to another. Each of you has cast a light on my life that will never fade. I may be nothing more than a waning memory to you, but you three will never disappear from my thoughts. You will always have a special place in my life, each one of you. Even if I do eventually move on, everyone else will be playing for second. If that makes me crazy, then I guess you can be the judge. I do want to apologize for some of my wild behavior from this summer, bombarding you with all those emails and packages and pitiful attempts to get you back. But part of me is glad I did those things. I had so much remorse and sadness inside of me. I needed to do something to let it out. In some small way, I hope it made you feel better knowing I couldn't just shrug it off and walk away. That I was willing to do anything to right my wrongs. That I desperately wanted to show you how special you are. That despite my mistakes and lies, none of what I did was because you weren't worthy or because you weren't worth it. You were worth it. You were and are special. You are everything a person could ever want in a mate, in a life partner, in a best friend, in a wife. You are beautiful, smart, funny, and loving. To me, you are perfect. And that's not just a line from a movie. It's truly how I feel about you. I wasn't special. I wasn't worthy. Deep down, even more than getting you back, I want you to know that. I opened this chapter by explaining how mentally I'm in a good place. I truly believe I am. Sure, I've had my moments when my mental stability was in question. I guess that's normal when a person goes through the things I went through. There were days when I didn't want to wake up. There were times when I really questioned whether or not I should just disappear. But not now. Yes, I spent a lot of time moping, wallowing, and acting pitiful. But I did finally get back up. I did finally do something about it. I knocked myself down harder than I would have ever imagined I could fall. But I got up as a new me, a better me than I've ever been before. Now I'm on my way to becoming the person I should have been all along. The man that should have grown old with you. I still do things that would probably make most people shake their head. Things that even I know are ridiculous. There are many places I still can't go and probably never will. Roads and stores and restaurants that I will never feel comfortable driving past. There are cities that I will forever try to avoid. Sometimes when I'm forced to drive near a place that brings back memories that I'm not ready to face, I fixate my eyes on something straight ahead, or literally raise my hand up to shield my view. Silly? Yes, probably. I still jot down notes and things I want to remember, things I'd like to say to you, or memories of moments that make me smile. I still wake up in the middle of the night and scribble down bits and pieces of what I was dreaming about. Why? I don't know. Sometimes I dream of writing you a poem, and I just want to capture the essence of what I was thinking so I can finish it. Other times I just want to remember my dreams when I wake up. These things don't happen as often as they used to, but they still happen often enough. I still have days when I tear up and feel sad. Moments when I wonder where you are, how the kids are doing, if you or they ever think about me. I still cry for us, but I don't sob anymore. I still spend time at the park because it makes me feel close to you, but at least when I'm there now, I don't just sit and mope. I run or read or work on school stuff. I'm productive when I'm there, but I still like to be there. I still look at your pictures. I still get lost in your eyes and your smile. When I close my eyes, I can still hear your laugh. I can still hear your voice. I still remember the smell of your hair. I still remember so clearly the way it felt to hold your hand, the butterflies, the electricity. I still remember the way your lips felt as they pressed against mine. I still remember everything about you, the way you walked, the way you stood, even the way you would breathe when you started to fall asleep. I still have the geodes Gray gave me. Some days when I go for a run, I put one in my pocket. I still look at the yellow God loves you sticker on and put inside the console of my truck. Every time I raise that console, I see it and smile. I still have games saved on my iPad just as Grayson and Autumn left them. It makes me sad when I notice them, but I can't bring myself to delete them either. I still love them both. They are still my favorites. I still post messages to you on my blog, just not every day. I still engulf myself in silly projects, like this super long novel I'm currently writing. I still buy you cards when I'm thinking of you, but not like a crazy man, not like before, and I don't send them to you now either. I still wear the belt you bought me years ago, even though it's way too big for me now. I had to cut new holes in it so it would fit. I still can't bring myself to watch certain television shows or listen to certain songs. Just tonight I was on the stationary bike flipping through channels for something to watch. I stopped on a basketball game for a few minutes, North Carolina versus Louisville. They were playing the game at the KFC Yum Center in Louisville. I remembered us going there to watch the American Idiot musical. I had to turn it, too sad. When advertisements for new movies come on, especially movies for kids, I think about us going together and watching. I still remember our last movie together. You probably don't. I doubt I'll ever go watch the new Star Wars movie. I guess I'm still a little bit of a basket case, huh? I still spend the bulk of my time alone. It's just better for me at the moment. Less distractions, more time to think and get better. More time to focus and work on my goals. I'm not complaining, and I'm not trying to sound pathetic. It's just what I need. I still say the words I love you when I walk by the tree with our initials carved into it. Sometimes, instead of saying the words I love you, I feel the need to write them down on my blog. For some reason, that always makes me feel better. It's the closest I can come to actually saying it to you. I still can't, or don't, or won't, or carefully check my text messages or email. For the longest time, I convinced myself that maybe you had reached out to me, and I didn't want to find out you hadn't. Of course, I'm no dummy. I know deep down if you'd really tried to reach out to me, you would have found a way to get in touch. But it still gives me a glimmer of maybe, so I avoid even looking. I must have 5,000 email messages and hundreds of unchecked text messages just sitting in my inboxes. I still don't use Facebook, partly because I don't want to risk seeing your new life, and partly because I can't face the old messages and things that were a part of my page. I got on a few times back in September, but haven't been back on since. I still reread things I've written to you, poems or letters or cards. It makes me feel like I'm talking to you, so I do it for comfort. Sometimes I shop for food at Aldi's. Maybe I do that because I'm looking for a bargain, but I'm guessing it has something to do with you. During one of my free eating days a while back, I bought a take and bake pizza, the kinds you would sometimes buy. Call me crazy, but I got a little teary-eyed when I took my first bite. The taste and smell took me back to better times. It's amazing how memories work. I used to be a big news person, reading CNN.com and following major news stories. But since I pushed you away from me, I haven't followed anything. I haven't been on CNN.com one single time. There's too much sadness in the world. Why do I need to bring it into my life? I choose to be clueless now. Though I don't do it as often as I once did, I still daydream about a future with you. It hurts, but I can't help myself. I still think of new ways I could propose, and it always makes me a little happy because I envision you saying yes, with your bright eyes sparkling and that beautiful smile. I'm smiling right now just visualizing it. I still wonder what you did with all the things I sent you this summer. Did you keep them? Did you throw them away? Did you even get most of it? Did you ever get the ring? Did you at least touch it? What about the things I gave you during our relationship? I don't know why I still think about those things, but I still do, at least sometimes. And yes, I still believe we will end up together. But what do I know? Maybe that's just me tricking myself, so I have something to aim for. Maybe you're just the carrot I dangle out in front of me. You know, after rereading this, I guess I still do a lot of idiotic things, huh? Maybe I'm crazy after all. Maybe I'm just a high-functioning mental person. Nah, not a chance. I'm just a guy who lost something very special and is trying to live without it, that's all. Over time, I may stop doing some of the things I still do, but no matter how much time passes, I will still think of you as my best friend. I will still love you more than anyone could ever love another person. And for the record, there are a host of things I don't do anymore. I don't have Love Actually moments every other day now, where I hold my sign and send you a picture. I didn't rent that billboard that I almost rented months ago, the one that was going to say, N+S 41610, always yours, me. Yep, I almost did that. I was desperate. You'll have to forgive me. I haven't sent you a pile of cards in forever, or made you any more books. I haven't put any more treasure maps in bottles, even though I'm still searching for my heart. I've slowed down on the poetry, or whatever you would call the things I write for you. I don't text or call or email. Whether I'm blocked from doing those things, I don't really know, but the point is I don't do that anymore. I haven't bought you any shirts and subsequently slept with them so they might smell like me. No more balloon launches either, even though I will forever think that was a good idea. No more jewelry or random charms. Definitely no more singing to you. I know that was an embarrassment. Even if I could sing, it would have been bad. I guess the point is, even though I still do a lot of things just to make myself feel close to you, I am getting better. I'm not a complete nutcase. In the end, maybe just the act of writing this soliloquy is an example of a weak mentality. At the minimum, turning this thing into a book on tape probably ranks right up there with my Grow Old With You rendition, or any one of the other things I've done over the course of this entire ordeal. But I am who I am. I feel what I feel. I deal the way I deal. I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know how a person is supposed to respond to a situation like this. I don't know what the right way is when it comes to loss, regret, remorse. I imagine we all deal with it in different ways. We all heal at different rates. It doesn't make me crazy. It doesn't make me stupid. It just means I'm human.